Hello, cheapskaters. Pardon the froggy throat. My name is Kath, and I am the creator of the Cheapskates Club, where our goal is to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing. If this is your first time visiting us tonight, you are very welcome, and I apologise for the show. It may not be our usual type of show, but we're glad to have you here. Live chat is enabled. So if you want to join the chat, and we encourage you to do that, just you need to be logged into your Gmail or YouTube account. Okay, now let me see. We've got 21 people watching. We've got 14 comments. I'm going to quickly run through them, then I'm going to get straight into it because I won't last the distance. Okay, Estelle. No, can't find the link how to make the scented bead jar, though. There is no link. I was going to post links in the comments. I was going to post links I'm pretty sure I did actually. Let me see. In the comments, I put links to, I put links to various places, resources where you could get the supplies for those. Let me see. Yep, first comment at the top. You'll have to do your research, Estelle. They've gone up since I bought mine a couple of years ago, as has everything else. So do your research and find the cheapest place to buy them. But it's definitely there in the comments under last week's show where I said it would be. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Delaney. Hi, Claire Gibbons. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Lynette. Hello, Tabitha. Hi, Maureen. And Jane, Jenny. Happy birthday, Jenny. You have a birthday coming up, don't you? Happy birthday. Hello, Sandra. And don't ask me how I know that. Hello, Kerry. Estelle, it's right at the very top. It's the first comment in the comments underneath the video. Sorry. It's going to be an interesting show. Hello, Joy. There is no how-to of the bead jars. You get the jars, you get the beads, you follow the instructions on the packet of beads to soak them, you add your essential oils, you put them in the jars, and they're done. That's how simple they are. They are not complicated. There are no real instructions. Joy, I'm fine as long as I'm horizontal and don't try to speak, breathe, or move. Hello, Fiona. Okay, all right. Now, it's the 1st of October, so it's the start of our annual Own Your Christmas challenge or Own Your Christmas countdown. It goes through till the 30th of November, so 9 and a bit weeks. And it's the perfect time if you aren't ready, or even if you are and you just want to make sure you're on track, to ensure that you actually own your Christmas, because this year, probably more than any other in the last 20 perhaps, it's going to be really important that everyone sticks to their budgets for Christmas and that we don't get tempted to go over, that we don't splurge on things and get caught up in the excitement and splurge on things. So we need to really practice owning our Christmas. So week 1 is already posted for you. If you go to our website, which is cheapskatesclub.net, right at the top of the homepage, there's the link to the Own Your Christmas Challenge. and it's all explained there for you. And it's got loads of information in it, guys, and it changes every week. I add more and more every week, and every year I add more and more to it. So it grows from year to year too. Now, we've been doing this for 20 years, 19 years, 20 years, a long time. I've been running this challenge to own your Christmas, because I know when money was tight for us, Christmas was stressful. And that sort of takes the fun out of it if it's stressful. If you're either worrying about getting presents and food and clothes and decorations and planning trips and who you're going to visit or whatever with the money you've got, or whether you splurge and put it all on the credit card and have to figure out about how you're going to pay for it next year, it's stressful. It doesn't have to be. We can enjoy our Christmas and have no stress if we start early, and that's not being ridiculous and putting your Christmas tree up in July, although it is tempting sometimes just to get it up and out of the way, but it's being sensible and planning. We plan ahead for all sorts of things, so we should plan ahead for Christmas. And there is absolutely no excuse for anyone to say, oh, I can't believe it's Christmas already. It's December 25 every single year. The date never changes. It happens every 12 months. So to say it's caught you by surprise just means you didn't think about it early enough and start your planning. And I know, probably better than a lot of others, just how difficult it can be to stick to those plans once you've made them, because life happens. But at least if you've got a plan in place, you've got something to tweak to make it work. Okay, so for your first week and each week thereafter, there will be tasks that you have to do. You have to do them. I'm going to suggest that you do them. If you do these tasks, then you will own your Christmas. And come the 1st of December, you'll be sitting back knowing the shopping's done, the food's ready, the presents are wrapped and labelled, the clothes are sorted, the decorations are up and done, the cards are in the mail, everything's ready. You'll be sitting back with a nice cool drink watching everyone else run around like a headless chook because they didn't take the time to put a little effort in and plan ahead. Now, we've been working all year, some of us have, on handmade gifts for Christmas. So that's starting to wind down. By the end of this month, I'll be finished mine. I've had a bit of a setback the last week, but not to worry. So each week during the 9 weeks, you'll be given a list of tasks to accomplish. Some of them might take 5 minutes. Some of them might take an hour. You spread it out over the week. It doesn't have to be done all at once. You can break it down into sizable chunks or usable chunks that work for you. Sorry, chunks of time that work for you so that you get things done. Okay, so the first task for this week is to print the planners, and there's a list of planners under week 1 for you to get started, and that's your Christmas budget, your Christmas card list, your Christmas gift list, and a list of gifts to make. And we covered this last week. If you want to make gifts and you haven't started, you need to get a wriggle on, guys, because time is flying by and you really will be stuck on Christmas Eve up all night sewing on buttons or taking up hems or finishing off knitting or whatever. There we go. Okay, so got your I can't talk. I can't pick up the paper either. There we go. There's the Christmas budget. Now, I've added by default some things into it that may or may not work for you. And it's gifts for family. And I've broken gifts down. Gifts for family, gifts for friends. Because I tend to spend more on my family than I do my friends. Not that I don't appreciate my friends. I'm not saying that. But I tend to spend more on my family. Gifts for neighbours or teachers or co-workers. The postie, we covered this last week too. Holiday tips for your service people. So that would be the lollipop lady, your man on the school crossing, or perhaps your garbo, if he does a really good job and never tips your garbage bin over 3 houses down in the middle of, Friday morning. Leave a little tip for them. Now, that could be a monetary tip or it could be a little gift. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. Charity donations. And for that, I'm thinking more along the lines of we usually do hampers that I drop off to a particular charity. Hannah and I still put toys together for children and put them under a charity tree, that sort of thing. But I have a budget for it. I have to budget for it or it won't happen. Christmas cards, stamps, your Christmas tree and decorations. If you buy a fresh tree, if you like to have new decorations each year, whether you buy them or you buy the materials and make them, whatever. Your gift wrap, the packaging and shipping costs. If you've got to post stuff, we post a fair bit of stuff. Then your party supplies, if you're doing Christmas parties, barbecues, that sort of thing. Your food and drinks. And then there's a whole heap of space for other expenses that you might have for your Christmas. And I've got 2 columns, budgeted cost and actual cost, because it's nice to know what I budget and whether it comes in under budget for each category. Helps me tweak it for next year. It only takes a couple of minutes to work that out, to fill that sheet out, and then you've got it in your folder to refer back to all the time. Christmas card list, it's pretty basic. I do one every year, and you'll notice I've recycled the red trucks because I absolutely love the red trucks. And, oh dear, can I find them? I think I want to show you what I've been doing with the red trucks anyway, but it's just a Christmas card list. Name, address, and I've got sent and received. So if I've sent it to them, I tick it. If they send me one, I tick it so I know. It actually doesn't stop me from sending Christmas cards if people don't send them back. I understand people don't these days send cards, but I like to. Gift list, pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Your gift list. Now this one's a printed one. I've got it in my book. I have a little book, notebook, and that carries around with me all the time. And then this one we touched on last week too is the Christmas gifts to make. So if you're not going to hang on, Fiona. And Fiona can't find it. If you find the 2024 Christmas countdown and underneath it there is a button that says go, click the button and see where it takes you. You're not blind. It's all right. So Christmas gifts to make. Seriously, folks, if you want to make gifts, now is the time to start. Get them done now so that you can relax and enjoy December and January. because you'll own your Christmas, so you won't be worrying about the bills coming in the mail. Okay. Estelle, time does go fast, and the older you get, the faster it seems to go. But with things like Christmas, December 25 each year, we shouldn't say, I can't believe it's here. It happens the same time every year. Birthdays, anniversaries, same date every year, same time every year. Easter floats a bit, but it still happens every year. They're the sorts of things that we should just automatically be without even thinking. They're on autopilot, preparing for all year round, so we don't get caught out. It's like when we have our budget and we have the car registration and insurance, they fall due at the same time every year. If we've got those categories in our budget and we're paying into them each pay, it's a no-brainer that the money's there to pay it when they come due, rather than as going, oh, can't believe it's time to pay the car registration again and I haven't got any money. Hello, same sort of thing. Okay, hello, Evelyn. All right, so okey-dokey. Easter doesn't take much planning, never took much planning for us. Our kids got a Humpty Dumpty Easter egg and new pajamas, sometimes a book if I was feeling generous. Okay, so each week we'll plan our Christmas. I think I will do a show, not necessarily on a Tuesday night, but maybe a Wednesday morning. Have to be early though. Have other appointments on Wednesdays. I'll think about it. But each week we'll do mine's gone blank, guys. Each week we will do a quick rundown of what the tasks are for that week, and then we can stay on track and encourage each other. Right, so for week 1, it's planning week. Makes sense, doesn't it? So you're going to print your planners. You're going to work on your Christmas budget, on your Christmas spending plan. So you're going to figure out how much you actually have to spend on Christmas, and then break it down, because you want to own Christmas. You don't want to be putting it on the credit card or borrowing money to pay for it. You don't want to be sneaking it out of other budget categories that you'll have to pay back later on, because we all know that just doesn't work. So a realistic budget, set a realistic budget. Now, everyone has someone who is going to turn up their nose at a handmade gift, or turn up their nose at a recycled gift, turn up their nose at a vintage gift. You know, my friends know me and know me well, and they know I collect bone china teacups and saucers and plates to make crazy tea sets. And they know that they find one, I don't care whether it's new or whether it's from a garage sale or an op shop, I don't care. If they give it to me because they know that I like it, I love it, I appreciate it. Lots of people don't feel that way. You can't do anything about their attitude. All you can do is control your attitude. So if you give someone a gift and they're rude enough to turn their nose up at it, that is on them, not on you. For whatever reason, that is on them. If you give them a gift and they re-gift it, that is on them, not on you. You've given it to them. It's no longer yours. What they do with it is entirely up to them. Once you've handed that gift over, it's out of your mind. You've chosen something, or you've made something, you've done something with love and given it to them. How they accept it and how they treat it is then on them, not on you. So if you find that some of your gifts are re-gifted, great, because you know what? You've given a gift that they've been able to use for something. It may not have served a purpose for them, or perhaps they weren't in a position to give a gift and needed to, and so were extremely happy and blessed that you thought to give them one that they could then use. We don't know the ins and outs of the people we give gifts to. We don't know everything that's going on in their lives. We might like to think we do, but we don't. So don't get upset if you give a gift and you feel it's not appreciated. Don't. If you've given it for the right reasons, don't. It's not up to you to make them appreciate your gift. That's on them. So once you've given the gift, it's done. Okay? So set your budget. And if your budget is $1 a gift and you have to get creative, then you get creative. And you do that $1 a gift. And there's a lot of things you can do for $1. A lot of gifts you can make for $1. So we'll cover those in another week. Okay. But think about your gift list, think about your budget, and be realistic. We're in the cost of living crisis, and it's not going to get better. Not for a while. It's not going to get better. You know, it's just not. So that's the way of the world. We have to live in the world. We don't have to like it. We have to live in it. So we need to adjust. So adjust your budget accordingly to what you can afford, to what you can manage, so that you will own your Christmas. Print your gift list and then write it up. So you've got the person. Do you have a rough idea of what you might like to give them? And a rough budget, maybe where you'll find it. If you're going to buy it, make it. If you've got to order it and have it delivered. If you're getting gifts delivered, can you look into the option that perhaps it can be delivered straight to them, so that you don't have to pay double postage? That's something to take into consideration when you're choosing your gifts too. And of course, start on your handmade gifts if you haven't. Finish them off if you have started them. And remember, as you get a gift or finish a gift, you wrap it, you label it, you put it in the present box, and you cross it off your list. It's done. Sorry, guys. The last task for this week is the one that's going to take the longest time, and that's writing up your Christmas card list. Divide it by 8. So if you've got 80 people on your list, you'll have 8 blocks of 10 or whatever. Divide it by 8. Decide on the cards that you're going to, whether you're going to recycle cards, make cards, buy cards, work that out. And then each week, write one lot and cross them off your list. Because it can be daunting to have 80 or 100 or 120 or whatever Christmas cards to write all at once. Break it down into doable chunks, and it's not so difficult. So that's your 5 tasks for this week. If you get all that done, woohoo! Pat yourself on the back. You'll be ready for week 2's tasks. There you go. See? There's Jane putting a positive spin on something. She gave a nephew a messenger bag she made. He put it in the donate bag. She took it out and sold it for $50. His loss. That's on him, not on Jane. Right. Fiona has a Christmas gift allocation and food shopping allocation in her annual budget. Yes. That's the way to do it. My mill just gives the gift back. That's all right. Then you've got it to use again. I was going to say something. Look, if people give your gifts back, if it's bonus. If someone was to re-gift gift I'd given them and given it back to me, I'd go, yes, because that's one gift I don't have to buy for someone else, or it could be something that I could use around the house or for myself. So it's going to save me money, isn't it? It's going to keep more money in my budget. I'd look at that as a sort of a double gift. I wouldn't be insulted. I wouldn't be upset. Same with when you give someone a gift and then you see it on Marketplace. Perhaps they needed that money for a bill, or they needed that money to buy food or put fuel in the car. We don't always know what's going on. Appearances, we've talked about this before, appearances can be deceptive. So if you see a gift that you've given on Marketplace, say a little prayer that they will get what they're asking for it, so that they will be able to use the money to benefit themselves with something that they really need. Don't be insulted. Don't be upset. I know it's hard to do. It took me a while to figure that one out. I'm not perfect, but it's just an attitude change, a little different way of looking at it. That girl wants to know, why do adults need gifts for Christmas? I don't think anyone needs gifts for Christmas, but I like to give gifts. I like to give things to friends and family. So I do the happy mail. I like to put little surprises in the post every now and then. Or when we're going somewhere, I like to have something just because. I don't know that gifts are one of my love languages, but I do like to give gifts. I just like to do it. If I see something that I know Debbie might like, or I know my sister-in-law might like, I get really excited if it's something that I can afford, that I know they'll like, and I'm happy to send it to them. Just give them a little gift. It's just a little thing. We don't need gifts, but they sure are nice to receive. All right. Yeah, Annabelle likes to give gifts. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I was really looking forward to Friday. I had blocked it out. It was going to be all day out in the garden. I had the gloves ready. I had the tools ready. I had my old clothes ready. I had my gumboots ready. I went out with Hannah Friday morning, and we were, I don't know where we were, Coles. She was coming through Coles, and about 11 o'clock, and I just went, down I went, and I stayed there till yesterday morning. I stayed in bed. When I get a chest infection, I get a chest infection really well, don't I? So All right. Yeah, Joy is a really good gift giver. Joy is a really good gift giver. And I bet some of the things she gives, she doesn't even realize are gifts. Okay, I have to go. I'll be back next week. We'll follow on with the Own Your Christmas Challenge as a separate thing, probably a Wednesday at this stage, I'm thinking, just because Tuesdays are busy. I'm sipping warm water. It really does help the coughing. Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone. Remember, happy cheapskating. Zip over to the website. I can't remember whether I put the links in the box beneath me. I'll look now and see if I did. Print off your planners and then stay tuned, because sometime this week I'll show you how you can store them so that you'll be able to keep them and refer back to them over and over and over. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thumbs up would be appreciated. If you know of anyone who needs to own their own Christmas, send them the share link. Click that share link and it'll send them the link to this show. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please do. Every subscriber helps make our channel easier to find amongst the YouTube gazillions. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye.